I hope I didn't scare you. I'm sorry to show up out of the blue in the middle of the night. I know a stranger outside of your window so late is, pretty unexpected. The thing is, I've been looking around, and this house, and specifically this room, is the only one nearby that actually has a window open. So, well, I can't exactly just go into houses without being invited. So don't worry, you're safe where you are. The thing is, oh, do I actually have something on my face? Let me just... Oh, right. Yeah, don't worry about that. Like I said, you're perfectly safe in there. I can't hurt you. Even if I wanted to. Before you close your window and blockade every entrance to your house, can you, hear me out, maybe? I really appreciate that. And trust me, you're the one who gets the final say. I won't do anything. Not if you don't want me to. So, I'm a vampire. But the thing is, I was only turned recently, and I'm having a lot of trouble feeding properly. I don't want to starve to death, and I don't want to get so hungry that I'm ravenous and start doing things that I'll regret. I've been trying to live just on animal blood for... how long has it been now? I don't know, but the thing is, animals are so small, and you can't just take a little bit of blood from them. They'll die, and their wounds don't heal so easily. And I know that they're not humans, and subjectively speaking, I suppose they're not as important as humans, but I didn't want to hurt or kill any living thing, let alone a creature that doesn't understand why it's being hurt or why I'm leaving it that way. So, here's my only other option, is to get blood from humans willingly. Not enough to kill them, but just enough to make sure that I stay fed. For a while, I had a deal with a blood bank, but demand goes up and there isn't anything left to spare. So, until I find a steady supply, I need just a little bit here and there to get by. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I guess to be more direct, would you let me drink your blood? I promise you won't die. Really, you won't. And you won't be turned into a vampire either. What happens is my fangs actually have venom on them, and when I bite my victim, it makes them sleepy and acts as a numbing agent, so at first it'll hurt a little bit, but quickly you won't feel anything at all. In fact, you'll probably just want to go to bed more than anything. And, I can control myself. I swear I can. I won't take too much. You won't be in trouble or anything. It'll be like donating blood. You know? Except instead of going into a bag, it's just going into me. And I guess you could argue it's probably better for everyone if you were to just donate the blood to a person in need, someone going through surgery or who's lost a lot of blood and needs to be saved, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to die. I don't like being a vampire, and I don't know why why I ended up like this. The truth is, I wanted to have a family, and I was looking forward to growing older. But now I'm gonna be stuck looking like a kid forever. Sure, it could be worse. I could look like a 10-year-old. I guess a 17-year-old's better than that. But I can't really do anything looking like this. People ask so many questions, and well, there's nothing I can do. I ran away from home after I got turned. I was afraid of hurting my family, and now I'm just wondering what they think happened to me. What would they think of me if they knew what I'd become and what I had to do to survive? Do you think maybe I'm better off dead after all? You really don't think so? You think I should have a chance to live? But I can't imagine you're looking forward to having someone drain your blood. It can take a bit of time, a few minutes, and you might feel a little bit woozy. But afterwards, I'll wrap the wound and you'll be okay. That's the problem, though. You will have an open wound. It'll heal after a while. Humans are pretty resilient. But it will hurt after the venom wears off. Don't worry, I have some gauze and bandages with me. And I also got some disinfectant. Just in case. I guess you wouldn't want cooties, right? That was just a joke, but seriously, you don't want a bacterial infection. So I thought I'd cover all my bases. Anyway, I'll kind of detail what would happen, and then you can tell me, with your fully informed perspective, if it's okay for me to come in and drink your blood. So, what I'd do is I would have you sitting on the edge of the bed, because when I'm done, you're probably just gonna fall over. And lie down, And don't worry, I'll tuck you back into bed and everything. I know it is pretty late. So, I'll get you in a comfortable position, and I'll have to hold you with one of my arms around your back, and then my hand holding your head in place. So, it'll be a little up close and personal. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, so if that's not okay, you can let me know. But once we're all set up, then I just extend my fangs and bite into your neck. For about 5 seconds it'll sting. It'll feel like a needle, or two rather large needles. But it won't take long, and then the venom will enter your bloodstream and numb the area around there. So you won't feel anything at all. And then I'll start draining your blood. The part that I haven't got super well is I am a bit messy. You probably noticed that I still have some on my face, and that's because my last blood bag that I had left over, I tried practicing on it by puncturing it instead of pulling off the stopper, and it may have gotten a bit everywhere. So, if you have some towels that you wouldn't mind getting kind of stained, or Maybe a lot of newspaper or something? A spare blanket? I don't know. Then we'll get that into position as well so that your stuff is safe. And then I'll start taking your blood. And at first it won't feel like much, but then you'll probably start getting sleepy from the venom and also feel a little lightheaded from the blood loss. It'll take a few minutes for me to get all I need, but I promise you, it's really not much more than what you'd normally give when you donate. What I'm saying is, it's totally safe. Really, it is. And you're probably thinking, well, what am I going to do when I'm done? What about the fact that you have an open wound on an area of your body with a lot of circulation? Well, that's what the gauze is for. You see, I have ready all the bandages, so as soon as I pull away, I'll put them over, stop the bleeding. I'll put some pressure on until it begins to scab over, and then I'll disinfect it and wrap it up properly. And seriously, I'm good at it. I actually had a practicing nurse teach me how to properly wrap wounds. So, don't you worry. You're gonna be perfectly fine. If you agree, I mean. Still, it's completely up to you. I don't want you to feel like you have to do this for me. I can find someone else. And I can still go a few nights without feeding. I'll be okay. After the whole thing's done, you'll fall asleep right away, essentially. So, like I said, I'll tuck you right back into bed. How is it that you like to sleep, by the way? You can tell me if you decide to let me feed. And then, when you wake up in the morning, I'll come back to check on you. Though, I won't be able to be out in direct sunlight, so you'll likely have to wait until maybe a cloud passes by or something. Usually in the daytime I just stay indoors, or in the shadows of buildings. But I'll find you, and then you can let me know if you don't want to do it again, or if you're okay with maybe having a temporary arrangement where once or twice a week I feed on you and you're completely in control. I'll only come into your house as long as you want me to. As soon as you revoke my welcome, I'll be forced out. So, like I said, you're completely safe. So I think that's pretty much everything. And, I guess just to finish off, I should say, I've never done this sort of thing before with anyone, so I'm sorry if I'll be really nervous and shaky my first time. But I promise you're in good hands. Really. And, if you do end up agreeing, I'll be really, really grateful. And I'll repay it someday. I mean, I technically have the rest of eternity to do so. So, yeah. I guess now it's your time to decide. Will you welcome me in?